Hi, I'm Sumner Higginbotham on the Flat Hat Sports Writing Desk, and I'd like to teach you about the sport of lacrosse, which a lot of people don't know much about. So today we're going to show you. To start with is the sticks. In my left hand is a girl's stick, in my right is a guy's stick. The main difference between the sticks, as you'll notice, is the depth of the pocket. The pocket is this area of the stick right here that contains the ball. Can I get a ball? Thank you. So this holds the ball. This is called the pocket. With a girl's stick, you'll notice there's next to no pocket. Quick vocab real quick. This is the shaft of the stick. This is the head of the stick. Of course, no sexual jokes ever get made about lacrosse. Also, at the tip of the stick, the girl's stick is slightly narrower, not by much, but with the exception of the pockets, they're basically the same. So you might be wondering, why does it matter the difference in sticks? Well, the deeper pocket makes it easier to catch and control the ball, like so. Here, you got Chris? By the way, this is Chris Weber. I'm not sure if I introduced him yet. So you can catch it high, you can catch it low. See, just like that. Yeah, nothing to it with the guy's stick. With the girl's stick, however, it requires a little more skill because of the shallower pocket. So when Chris throws it directly at me, I've got to give a lot in order to catch the ball. When he throws it low, I'm not really sure how to do this, but yeah. When he throws it low, it's really hard to catch with a girl's stick. So when you see girls, completing 4, 5, 6 passes in a row, running down the field full speed, it takes a bit of talent. So when you run down the field, you might be wondering, how do you hold this thing? Like this? No, okay, so it's called cradling. Now I described it as a rotating motion to create centrifugal force. A whole lot easier to see this rather than reading an article. So this is cradling right here. Just very simple motion. I can do it in either hand. You can do it out like this. It's a rotating, keeping the ball in the pocket. So when you're running, it's like, running, cradling the ball. Right, so passing throughout the course of the game, eventually the ball's going to go on the ground. Now when the ball's on the ground, it's no worries because lacrosse sticks have a shovel function. The tip of the stick is slanted, just like a shovel, so it makes it easy. Go down, scoop up a ground ball. Now ground balls are important to a game because they're like a possession indicator. The team that has more ground balls probably, won the ball more, thus has more possession. So it's important to always get your ground balls in lacrosse games. What Chris and I are in right now is draw position. This is at the end, after a goal is scored, both teams, return to their sides, and you have the draw again. It's like a face-off in hockey. So the draw, the ball is in the middle right here, and it's the back of our sticks are facing each other. Now Chris and I can be on either side. He can be on the opposite end of the line. I can be on this side of the line. It doesn't really matter. It's a preference of the lacrosse player. And so the draw is when both players are pressing the ball against their sticks, and then off the whistle, they try to flip it to their teammate, like so. How do you play defense in girls lacrosse? Well, while you can't check like this, you can be close to the player and push off their hip when they're trying to run down the field. So if Chris is trying to go to the goal that way, I'm going to try to push him out of the way. So he's going this way. It's just, and that's essentially, that's an element of playing defense. It's hard to convey without watching an actual game. So one last thing about the lacrosse field. Lacrosse is a lot like hockey, except obviously we're not wearing ice skates and we're on land and you can catch and hold the ball instead of a puck. But what I mean by it's like hockey is that you can also go behind the net. Behind the net is called X. One thing to realize is that we do not have a lacrosse field right now. So the crease, which is the circle which the goalie and the defense can go in, but the attack cannot go in, would be about where I'm walking. This area, this little circle around the goal, is where the attack cannot go. So one common thing that a lot of lacrosse teams do is they isolate at X. That means they have the ball carrier go back there, and she takes her defender with her, and then they put everyone way up in front. That way, it's one-on-one, and it goes like this. I beat my defender, run around, and score. That's what we mean by coming from X. So when next time you see that in an article, you know exactly what you're looking for, or looking at. And so that'll wrap up Lacrosse 101. You could call this a lab session. Hope you all are all ready for the midterm. It was a lot of fun. My name's Sumner Higginbotham again, Flat Hat Sports Desk.